We have right here the new Mazda BT-50. Let's take a first look. So we just showed you this recently at the Bangkok Motor Show, and it's finally here in the Philippines. So it didn't take too long. So we actually have two variants here of the BT-50. So these are the new variants. So we have there the blue one, it's the 4x2 3-liter automatic variant, and this one right here is the new 3-liter 4x4 pangolin. So there's no more plain 4x4 variant. The pangolin is now a normal variant. So the prices are very competitive. So let's check them out first on the outside. So if you follow me, let's start with the 4x2 right here. So first, you can see the blue. It's very attractive for sure. And, you know, it looks very sporty, looks more aggressive, even in base form, especially if you compare it with the previous version. So the new front grille is very nice. It has the huge Mazda logo, really big. So it's as big as some people's faces. It also has this hexagonal pattern, which, you know, it just looks sporty, looks very attractive. The new front bumper as well with that overrider with some faux recovery hooks, I think. So these are actually not functional, but yeah, that looks very sporty. The headlights have that new CX-5-like design, so it looks very attractive. There's no LED DRL that's L-shaped. You'll see that later in the 4x4, but we do have a reflector DRL right there with some halogen park lights and the fog lights down here. Turn signals have also been moved up here to the headlights. So yeah, the overall front fascia is very much like the CX-5. Then follow me here to the side. We have these new 17-inch alloy wheels are blacked out for the 4x2 variant, and I'm not a fan of the design, but yeah, that's what we have over there. Still looks good with this truck. Then moving further, we have now the body colored side mirror. So it used to be chrome or black, I think, but yeah, now it's body colored. We have the camera here for the 360 camera. I will show you that more later. And towards the back, you will also see the new taillights. So it looks less like the Isuzu D-Max, which is a good thing because the previous one looked too much like an Isuzu D-Max. This one doesn't look like that anymore. We also have these ridges here which give it a more rugged appearance, the BT-50 name of course, and another big Mazda logo over there. And opening up this tailgate, you will see that it is assisted. So the one we checked out in Thailand wasn't assisted. This one is very assisted, so it's actually very light. And we can actually drop it and it doesn't drop completely, so it's kind of soft. And closing it is very easy. I can just use one finger and even bounce it back. So that's very convenient, very easy. And bed liner is standard with the BT-50 name there as well, and the typical Isuzu D-Max Mazda BT-50 amount of space over there. We'll just put the numbers down here. So let's check out the 4x4 now. So it's pretty much the same as the 4x2, but much more attractive. And actually, it looks a lot like the one that we showed you at the Bangkok Motor Show, but that one was a different variant, and it's kind of more unique for the Philippines. So in front, it's pretty much the same, but we do have the L-shaped DRL now, so it looks more like a CX-5. The grille, it has a slightly different finish, so it's gloss black. Black bumpers, the same. This color is also very attractive, by the way. Then moving here to the other side, we have our larger wheels. So these are 18-inch two-tone alloy wheels for the pangolin, and we have these over fenders also with an orange reflector over there. That's unique to this one. Again, body colored side mirrors. We have the running boards over there, chrome door handles. So in the other one, I'm looking at it right now, it's body colored here, it's chrome. We also have the button for our smart keyless entry. So the other one still has a normal key. And we have this fashion bar. That's what Mazda calls it, a fashion bar. I'd probably remove it, but yeah, those people who want a little bit more style will have this fashion bar with the pangolin badge over there. There's even a little pangolin over there. Then moving towards the back, same everything. So we have the LED taillight C-shape, 4x4 badge of course. And you'll also notice that we have this cover here. So that's actually standard on the 4x4. So let me just open this up. And to open it, just pull this string here, and it should be able to roll. So that makes it very convenient actually. You don't have to buy this separately anymore. So now we can head inside. Let's start with the 4x2. And now we're here inside the BT-50 4x2. Let's start with our traditional key. So that's kind of unique these days. And you'll see here that everything is pretty much the same as what we saw in the previous BT-50, but there are a couple of changes. Actually, I really like the updated interior. So for starters, we now have a leather steering wheel for the 4x2. It has terracotta stitching as well, which looks unique. The previous one only had a polyurethane steering wheel. We have some leather here in the dashboard. Basic overall design is the same, but with more of those ridges here on the dashboard storage area cover. So we have that storage over there. So dual level storage right there. And then other stuff that's new, infotainment system is new. So it's a new UI and pretty much what you would find in the Isuzu D-Max. But yeah, this is so much better than the one that we had before. We now have volume knob and tuning knob that's new. Some capacitive buttons and a USB-C port over there on the infotainment. There's an 8-inch display in case I haven't mentioned that. Then the biggest change you will notice are the seats. So we now have this leather and suede seat material for this variant. This is the fabric seat, and it also has the terracotta color, so it looks very attractive. It's a lot like what we also saw in Thailand, but this is actually unique and exclusive to the Philippine market. This is also locally sourced. Mazda is very proud of that. And other stuff you will find here, we have our parking sensor button, hill descent control, the same shifter as before. We do have some manual climate controls over here, and yeah, everything else is pretty much the same as the previous BT-50. And now we're in the 4x4. So here, it is also pretty much the same as before, but it is quite different from the 4x2. So for starters, we now have black leather for the seats and for the armrest. So no more of that terracotta color, which honestly I prefer, but yeah, some people will like this, and it's all leather. It's a new seat pattern, by the way, so that's also very attractive to see. It looks very Mazda, actually. And then materials are the same, so we have hard touch plastic, soft touch leather over there, and hard touch plastic door panels, leather steering wheel, this time with black stitching. Then other changes, there's a lot more here actually. So let's start with the 7-inch digital instrument clusters. It comes from the Isuzu D-Max, and it shows us a fair amount of information that we can't see right now because the passenger side door is open, but we'll show you that next time or in a B-roll over this. So just like the D-Max sibling of the BT-50, it actually gets the new ADAS system with the smart duo camera. And it also comes with the new 360 camera like I showed you earlier. That one's on the side mirrors, and of course the front and the rear of the vehicle. And then this also comes with new reverse emergency braking. So once it detects an object at the back, it will actually stop on its own. Of course, the front is there, adaptive cruise control, and other stuff are all standard. And then also we have a new 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system. So size is the same as the one before, but it's also the new UI. Same actually as what we saw in the 4x2. And this time, or well, both actually have wireless Apple CarPlay connectivity and wired Android Auto. So wireless Apple CarPlay is still supreme. Then we also have dual zone automatic climate control over there. And then we have the 4x4 selector here, same as before. USB-C port replaces the USB-A here, the front and at the back as well. And we have a wireless phone charger down there. Then you will see here that we do have less blank switches. So we actually have our different rough terrain modes, that's what they call it, just like the Isuzu D-Max. So you know that this is definitely very Isuzu, but that's not a bad thing. We have our rear diff lock over there. We have our heated seats. So this actually has heated seats on the 4x4. Variant manual parking brake, some stuff I just didn't show you earlier, so we have that. Then some storage here in the middle, and I'll quickly show you the back seat. And here at the back, it's pretty standard as it was before, and as you can see, space is actually decent for someone at my height, 5 feet and 7 inches tall. Then we have here a center armrest, seats pretty comfortable as well, and we have 2 additional speakers. So we actually have speakers here on the ceiling, so it's now an 8-speaker audio system. We still have 2 aircon vents. USB port here has also been changed to a C, as I told you earlier. And then another thing that is standard now are the floor mats. So Mazda is actually giving these deep dish floor mats as standard. So that's something unique. You don't really get that with any other brand, especially in this segment. So yeah, the Mazda BT-50 is definitely very competitive. So now let's quickly take a look at the engine. Let me just turn it off. Follow me here in front. So we actually still have the same engine under the hood. So all BT-50s will come with this 3-liter turbo diesel that comes from the Isuzu Mu-X and Isuzu D-Max. It produces the same amount of power and torque, 190 horsepower and 450 Newton meters. Still no other engine choice, but this one is known for its durability, reliability. So that's for sure what Mazda is going for here, and buyers will definitely appreciate that. 6-speed automatic transmission, by the way. So anyway, that's it for this Mazda BT-50 first look. Definitely very attractive compared to before. The one before is already attractive. This one is even more attractive. So hopefully soon we get to give you a full review or full thoughts on this. In the meantime, thank you for watching.